Bowen versus Cody Mullenniex. This is an interesting one. This is two guys that we really haven't seen before. And when you have a fight like that, you really don't know what to expect. So we take a look here. George Bowen was a former college quarterback. He's fighting out of Lexington, Kentucky.
You're talking about a sport where we're based it off rounds and minutes and how well you do in those rounds and minutes.
And this guy's a guy who's going to be used to the spotlight. He's going to be used to performing under pressure.
That's something that never really bothered me. But for a lot of people, that can be a big deal. Whether you're in a room full of thousands of people or hundreds of people, it can kind of be the same as like public speaking for a lot of people. Getting in there and trying to fight in a cage, and it's nerve-wracking. It is a nerve-wracking experience.
And here we see Cody Mullenniex training out of Team Van Sickle. We see our heavyweight champion, Jonah Adkins, in his corner tonight.
Newly crowned heavyweight champion.
Jonah Adkins is a guy I have so much respect for. I get to know him. Such a clever and crafty fighter. Such an interesting guy to talk to outside of the cage and the ring.
He really is interesting to watch fight. He's fought one of my old teammates. Training for the guy, he's somebody who can kind of do it all. Like if you want to do a dog fight, he'll do a dog fight. If you want to fight technical, he'll fight technical, and that can kind of be hard to train for. Whenever you don't know what a guy is going to do, most of us have one certain style. This guy has 2 or 3 different ways that he can fight.
And you want to talk about high-level coaching on the regional level, especially that we see. Chad Van Sickle. Chad Van Sickle is the real deal. He's a guy who's been around a long time. He's fought Mike Shepard. He's fought a who's who of boxing.
Bout number 5 of the night. This is a heavyweight boxing contest. Fighting out of the blue corner, making his boxing debut from Lexington, Kentucky, George Bowen. 0-0. Fighting out of the red corner, also making his debut tonight from Columbus, Ohio, Cody the Mechanic Mullenniex.
And two guys that just judging by their coaching, judging by the look of them, I think this is going to be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, these guys look like, even though it's their debut, they look the part.
Well, it's a difference between this fight and the last one. The last guy we saw, you mentioned, he's wearing tennis shoes. He didn't quite look like he belonged in here. Both these men look like they belong.
Both guys starting off with a nice jab.
Oh, huge right hand. And he is wobbled, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh!
And beautiful. Puts him down. He's trying to beat the count, but my God, he's hurt.
Wobbly legs.
They're going to call this. He's giving him a chance here. Let's see if he can get his legs under him.
He's saying he's okay. Let's see.
He's wobbling. The ref thought about it, but they're going to give him a chance. My God, he needs to get a hold of him.
George needs to pounce on him right away. Don't let him breathe.
And if you're Mullenniex, you need to get a hold of him. Try to get in the clinch. Hold him.
I was just going to say,
here.
If I'm George, I'm going to go to the body first one time, then go up top. And he did. Oh! Look at him. Wow.
You've got to protect yourself here. Either get away or get in
But George
tight.
is keeping his hands really low.
Oh, my God. He's eating massive shots.
George is keeping his hands really low here.
And he's just marching forward,
and Cody is walking him down now.
What a dogfight.
Both guys have their hands extremely low, throwing bombs.
How is Cody Mullenniex on his feet right
George
now?
is going back to that body. He's going to throw him to the side there.
If I'm in the corner of Cody, I'm telling him, get your legs under you. Either stay away for a minute or get your clinch. You don't want to eat more big shots like that. I don't care how tough you are.
Look for George to go back to the body here to maybe set up that right hand again.
He's headhunting now, though. You know he smells blood. He came so close to that knockout. But you see,
question is now, how tired is he after maybe emptying the tank there a little bit?
And how much adrenaline did he spend?
In your first fight. Big body shot.
Oh, my God, and he eats a big right hand from Cody Mullenniex, and he backs off.
Another right hand.
And these punches from George are coming slower
Cody
now.
has his hands down. He's winging punches from his hips.
Big, deep breaths from George Bowen. Cody, though, keeps coming forward. And you got to think.
And that's the end of the first round, Elijah. Wow.
Amazingly.
I didn't think he was going to make it to the end of that first round.
I didn't either. The ref really thought about stopping that one. But here we are. Let's take a look at the replay. Here comes.
Hit him with a 1-2, a body shot, and then another two.
His feet weren't under him there. It was like Tyson Fury Usyk. He was stumbling around the ring, and then he eats a massive right, and it puts him down.
You're right.
And we thought that was the end, but it's not, folks. Here we are getting ready to start round 2.
You see Jonah Atkins in the corner trying to wake his fighter up a little bit, dumping the water on his head, giving a couple smacks there, telling him, hey, it's time to fight now.
I'll tell you what, I think George Bowen is far more gassed than Cody Mullenniex. If Cody Mullenniex can recover in the corner here, this is going to be a super interesting second and third round.
I think it is too. I think he definitely emptied himself out a little bit trying to finish that fight there. But Cody was on wobbly legs. I mean,
through the whole round.
How did he get through that?
And here he is. Let's take a look at him. Let's see how he's looking. He's got his feet under him. He looks like he's clear-headed, actually, coming into this
Start
second.
round 2. Let's go. Let's keep the hands up this time a little bit more, boys. And Cody, he has that right hand up by his chin. You can only think that George is going to go high, and there it is. He went to the body early.
You see that right hand of George Bowen has not nearly as much power as it did at the beginning of the fight.
I believe his corner told him to start working the body of Cody. There it is. He's going to look to work the body, then come up top with that right hand. And look for the jab. Earlier, he knocked him down. He threw the right hand first and the jab straight behind it. And that's what knocked him down. You see a big malice under the left eye of Cody. And there's the right hand again.
And let's see, that was more of a slip. He's not calling that. Oh, yeah, he is calling it a knockdown. And I believe he's going to beat this one. I think his feet are under him.
He looks okay.
A little bit off balance.
He does have a pretty good malice under that left eye starting to form, though. Starting to swell pretty good.
We've yet to see a clinch from either man. That's something that I think is underutilized in boxing. And in moments when you're hurt that badly, it's a smart thing to use that clinch.
Yeah, grab a hold of the guy, take a minute.
Big shots from George Bowen, and it looks like he's got a second win because these have some pop on.
George Bowen puts 4 and 5 punches together, and each time Cody shells and kind of cowers away. If he could maybe throw a few more punches together, 5, 6, 7 punch combination.
Because he's landed. It's not like Cody's landed.
Oh, and a big right hand from Cody.
And he's marching
and it backs up George.
The problem is...
And it maybe hurt him. He's got George retreating here.
Cody has to be careful, though, because he does not get his head off that center line.
Oh, and another big right hand. Cody's the one pushing the action, landing the big shots here in round number 2. Are we looking at a situation where George is just that gassed? Maybe he can't protect himself.
Well, I think it's a situation where he blew his wad. You know, it's an old, the old Chael Sonnen saying, a lot of times, if you try to finish a guy and don't, you gas, you're going to lose the decision. Who do you think won that last round, though? I think you got to still give it to George Bowen. He landed quite a bit of volume in that round. He had
a knockdown in that round. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about the knockdown. So you got to think 10-8 probably. These are 2 10-8 rounds.
Yeah. But Cody was coming on strong at the end of that third round. He's not taking the stool here going into the third. George is on the stool. His team's giving him the water. I think Cody's the fresher guy going into this third round.
But you've got to wonder, how clear are the cobwebs right now? Because you can't recover from a shot like he took in the first round. Even in 2 rounds, you're not going to be fully recovered.
Jonah Atkins telling him he has to circle away instead of standing there and going straight back to circle. Good advice, too, from the champion. You can't just go straight back.
In a fight like this, it's so valuable to have a corner who's been there and done that.
True.
Guy who can keep you calm, keep your head in the game.
They touch
even
gloves.
Though you're down on the scorecards.
Look for George to go to the body early and try to land that big right hand again.
I'd like to see George straighten out that straight right and set it up with his jab and maybe try to close the show here because he still is bound to have Cody Mullenniex hurt.
Cody keeps that left hand awkwardly low.
And
he's paying for it right now. Another nice jab to the body. Look for that right hand any moment.
Excellent volume as well, as you said before, from George Bowen.
Oh, a big left hand and a right hook.
Huge left hook.
That right hook, I think, glanced, but the left definitely connected.
Cody Mullenniex,
He's starting to try to roll a little bit with his punches.
He's tough as nails. What else can you say about the guy other than we all thought he was going to be gone by now? We never thought he was going to get up from that knockdown. And I tell you the truth, I don't know how he did it. And here he is.
Pressing the action.
Deep into the third round.
With a mouse under his eye, rolling, looking for big shots. But George is staying right on him. George is staying technical right now.
George is tired, but he's dog tough as well.
He's staying technical. He just got right out of the way.
And I think that's why we see him backing off. He knows he's up 2 rounds. He's being very smart right now.
We have a little bit of the bull and the matador going on right now. Cody is trying to charge, and George is kind of...
Cody knows. He needs a finish. That was a massive shot. We heard it here from cage side.
George looking to use his footwork to get off that cage and lands a big right hook.
It was a beautiful little short right hand, and it landed flush.
10 seconds left. We'll see how they finish it.
You know, we knew coming into this fight,
to finish
we watched these guys and we said they both look like they belong in here.
And
After
they do.
this fight, absolutely.
They do.
For their debuts, they were in such a war.
They embrace right there, and you like to see that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your judges have come to a decision after 3 rounds. Your winner, 30-25 on all 3 scorecards, blue corner, George Bowen. Hey. His coach, man, just...
We can probably bring that up. On our card.
George.
Uh-oh.
Camera guy.
Can we move?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to your winner, George Bowen. George, last week, your coach, Matt, won his pro debut. Here you are winning your amateur debut. And my God, did you look like you belonged in there. One thing I wanted to ask, did his toughness surprise you?
Absolutely. I kind of, yes and no. I thought I was going to put him out. I mean, I gave Keith a look. I thought it was over.
You know, we all thought it was over there. That knockdown in the first round, you absolutely blasted him. He had an incredible display of heart, got back up. And, you know, in those moments, have that adrenaline in the first fight, you start to get a little tired, but you stayed smart, you stayed technical, and really looked like a hell of a boxer. What's next for you?
Well, hopefully keep doing this. You know, I'm doing this sport, but I'm going to pitch, you know, my coach, I've never thrown a punch in my life. And so I met that man right there. We've been going for like 10 months. I mean, maybe, so I have to thank him. You can't give me a mic and me not thank him. So, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for George Bowen, a dangerous man.